Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is one story no one will ever forget. LaShawn Thompson, that was eaten alive by bugs in his prison cell. And, we all told this story, and we also saw the condition of the cell he was in. It was beyond disgusting. And what a horrible way for his life to end. But these folks are the ones, them folks are the ones that are fully responsible for the shape that these prisons are in. See, it don't become a problem until one of them folks are in there. Then all of a sudden, everything becomes a problem. But as long as our people are in there or complaining about the conditions, they get ignored or they get some cliche said to them. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, his family, they have come to a settlement. And, there's no amount of money that will bring him back, and no amount of money that will take away how bad he suffered towards the end of his life. So, the family of LaShawn Thompson, a 35-year-old man from Winter Haven, Florida, is set to receive a $4 million settlement after Thompson suffered uh, a horrible death. Remember, he was in jail in Atlanta in Fulton County, and he was neglected the entire time. So he was arrested for simple battery charge and he was found sleeping on a park bench. He just could not pay the $2,500 bond. That's why he was stuck in there. As a result, he spent 3 months in jail in the psychiatric unit because he suffered from mental health issues, and it was documented that he had mental health issues. So when we saw those horrifying photos revealing how unkept and disgusting his cell was, they said there were marks all over his body that indicated insect bites. And of course, it was a call for justice. Now, if you also remember this story, you will remember it was Colin Kaepernick that paid for his autopsy to be done. So, in addition to the terrifying infestation of bugs, Thompson's death was reportedly influenced by factors such as untreated schizophrenia, dehydration, and malnutrition. And you know what? It is very common for inmates to be malnourished in these prisons all over this country. I have seen that I can't tell you how many times in stories. So, when Thompson was discovered unresponsive in his cell, he was reportedly infested inside and out with insects. Oh, man. An independent autopsy released earlier this year concluded that Thompson died due to severe neglect by jail staff, whereas the county medical examiner labeled his death as undetermined. On discovery of the incident, jail officials instigated an internal investigation leading to the resignation of 3 employees. Why were they not arrested for leaving him in that condition? They just get to quit. That's it. Wow. Fulton County, Georgia Sheriff Pat Labatt asserted that on April 17th that he accepted the resignations of the chief jailer, assistant jailer, and assistant chief jailer from the Criminal Investigation Division and suggested it was time to clean house. Further to this, the Department of Justice initiated a civil investigation into the notorious overcrowded jail due to serious allegations of poor sanitation, overcrowded living conditions, excessive violence, enforce and inadequate medical care provision. As part of the resolution, county officials agreed to implement new policies aimed at preventing such tragedies from happening again. Well, we know why the prisons are overcrowded because y'all want all that prison work done for little to no money or free altogether. See, prison is the new plantation. That's why there's so many corporations all signed on to get their work done in the prison system because that's your new plantation right there. And if it's the new plantation, of course, they're going to overstuff people in there, including people that never committed crimes. So, Thompson's tragedy, demise, described as being eaten alive by bugs, has led to calls for justice and reform in the prison system. You know what? They'll be talking about reform 10 years from now, just like they've been talking about police reform. It is something they talk about, it's not something that they actually do. Even after this incident, y'all, you're going to still hear them chattering about reform. If you were not mistreating people, you wouldn't have to worry about reforming anything. The fact that you chatter about reform means you acknowledge that you are doing a lot of underhanded things behind the scenes. To me, reform is an admission of guilt, in my opinion. National Civil Rights Attorney Ben Crump, who was representing the Thompsons family, confirmed that although the family is satisfied with the settlement, they also hope that their tragic ordeal will affect significant change and prevent similar horror incidents from happening in the future. And y'all, we are never really truly going to know all of the incidents that happen in prison because they will hide and conceal it, but you can best believe there's been a lot of tragedies behind bars, just like there were a lot of tragedies on the plantation. But please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.